The disintegration of the Soviet Union, one of the most significant events of the 20th century, marked the end of an era and the birth of new nations. In this video, we will explore how the USSR was dissolved and the struggles faced by the newly independent states. The seeds of the USSR's disintegration were sown during the leadership of Mikhail Gorbachev, who initiated political and economic reforms known as perestroika and glasnost. As the Soviet Union opened up politically, nationalist movements gained momentum, driven by ethnic tensions and long-standing desires for greater autonomy. The Baltic states, Estonia, Latvia, and Lithuania, were among the first to declare their independence. These nations had been forcefully incorporated into the USSR during World War II and yearned for their freedom. In Ukraine and Belarus, there were significant pro-independence movements. Ukrainians had a long history of struggle for autonomy, and the Chernobyl nuclear disaster in 1986 intensified their calls for independence. Belarus, too, sought to break free from Soviet control. In Central Asia, countries like Kazakhstan, Uzbekistan, Turkmenistan, Tajikistan, and Kyrgyzstan faced challenges in asserting their independence. These nations had been integrated into the Soviet Union during its early years and had to navigate complex ethnic and political landscapes. One of the most troubled regions was the Caucasus, where Armenia, Azerbaijan, and Georgia fought over territorial disputes and long-standing ethnic tensions. The fall of the USSR provided an opportunity for these conflicts to escalate. While the Soviet Union was disintegrating, Boris Yeltsin emerged as a powerful figure in Russia. As the largest and most influential republic within the USSR, Russia played a significant role in shaping its destiny. In August 1991, a group of hardline Communist Party officials attempted a coup against Gorbachev's government. The coup failed, but it accelerated the disintegration process, and Gorbachev's authority was further weakened. In the aftermath of the failed coup, republic after republic declared their independence from the USSR. By the end of 1991, the Soviet Union ceased to exist, and 15 independent states emerged from its ashes. In the wake of the Soviet Union's collapse, the newly independent states faced numerous challenges, including their struggle for autonomy and sovereignty against the backdrop of a resurgent Russia. Ukraine, the second-largest republic in the USSR, faced significant challenges in asserting its sovereignty. The issue of Crimea, a predominantly Russian-speaking region, became a contentious point of dispute between Ukraine and Russia. Protests erupted in Ukraine as citizens demanded closer ties with the West and greater independence from Russia. The situation escalated when Russia annexed Crimea in 2014, leading to ongoing conflicts in eastern Ukraine. In the Caucasus region, Chechnya became a focal point of resistance against Russian control. The First Chechen War in the early 1990s and the Second Chechen War in the late 1990s were brutal conflicts for independence. The disintegration of the USSR and the subsequent struggles for freedom were defining moments in the history of these nations. Despite the hardships, these countries embarked on a journey of self-determination, shaping their destinies and leaving an indelible mark on the world.